Fellow Ambazonians, good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. My response to Simon Munzo. I have just listened to a re-recording of Simon Munzo's speech which he gave during their Grand National Dialogue in 2019. After listening to the speech, my first question is this: why now? Why did Simon Munzo feel that it was so important to share this lofty dream of his almost 5 years after it was first delivered? First of all, he referred to us Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians as Northwest and Southwest. That is a colonial appellation which we have long rejected. Again, what motivated Simon Munzo to re-record his speech at this time? At the start of his speech, he indicated that in the 1990s, during the tripartite talks and the all-Anglophone conferences, that he had warned the leaders of La République du Cameroun of the existence of an Anglophone problem which needed to be resolved, and that fast forward to 2019, with a full-fledged war between the Southern Cameroons and La République du Cameroun, that he could say, "I told you so." Well, he used the French version of it being, "Je vous avais dit." The point is this: from 1994 to 2024 is 30 years, and from 2019 to 2024 is 5 years. The first warning which Simon Munzo gave to La République du Cameroun, which was largely ignored, was 30 years ago. And he emphasized on that warning again in 2019, 5 years ago. My question then to Simon Munzo is this: what has changed? The truth is that nothing has changed for the better. On the contrary, things have gotten worse. Given this reality, is Simon Munzo's decision to re-record his Grand National Dialogue speech meant to be his third warning to La République du Cameroun, or what? Does he believe that La République du Cameroun will now listen to him if they could not do so before? Since coming together with La République du Cameroun, the citizens of the Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia, have been treated like second-class citizens, more like slaves. It will require some tedious work to reverse these perceptions and attitudes. The tragedy is that there is not and will never be the willingness to do such tedious work for the foreseeable future. It is therefore for this reason that, coming to this realization, Ambazonians have decided to take their own destiny into their own hands and shape it as they see fit. That destiny is one which does not include La République du Cameroun, which by this appellation alone indicates that they had abandoned the union with the Southern Cameroons, Ambazonia, beginning in 1972 and concluding in 1984. The difference between the likes of Simon Munzo and the rest of us Ambazonians is that they are perpetual dreamers, even when the reality in front of them shows that such dreams cannot be realized, as compared to us independentists, who are realists, who have come to terms with the fact that these two cultures cannot coexist to form a just society for the both of them. Does Simon Munzo honestly believe that the lofty idea of one Cameroon, which includes the Southern Cameroons, can be achieved where there is justice, and mutual respect for both cultures? Given the behavior of La République du Cameroon from 1961 till date, the answer is an emphatic no. It is impossible for the Southern Cameroons and La République du Cameroon to coexist in a just society. Take note that the very name La République du Cameroon indicates a country without the Southern Cameroons. La République du Cameroon had long exited the Union beginning in 1970 and finalizing in 1984. Post-1984, any reference to the Southern Cameroons, that includes La République du Cameroon, has been illegal. The Southern Cameroons Ambazonian has simply chosen to accept the decision to be finalized. It has simply chosen to accept La République du Cameroon's decision that we should go our separate ways. Why so much blood should be spilled for this decision to be finalized is what I'm yet to understand. These are some of the reasons why this decision by La République du Cameroon to separate from the Southern Cameroons cannot and must not be reversed. Since coming together with La République du Cameroon, lessons have been taught by the leaders of La République du Cameroon to their citizens that the citizens of the Southern Cameroons Ambazonian are inferior, as they will often refer to us as fools, dogs, roaches, Biafrans, enemies in the house, and you name the rest. Such perceptions have been concretized. Habits have been formed around such perceptions. Government policies have been drawn up taking into consideration such perceptions. Attitudes have been solidified based on such perceptions. It is therefore impossible to reverse such tendencies that have existed for more than 60 years. The impact of such perceptions on Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, and on their day-to-day living and their interactions with the citizens of La République du Cameroon portrays a conspicuous imbalance in favor of the citizens of La République du Cameroon. You can see it in every aspect of that society. Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians have been so mistreated, abused, exploited, disrespected, made fun of, and finally discarded in 1984 by a simple presidential decree. We, however, accept their decision to separate from us, and we are simply asking them to respect their own decision. I therefore believe that even Simon Munzo will agree with me that the facts stated above are as true can be, and that given the fact that his pleas and supplications to the rulers of La République du Cameroon have been largely ignored for over 30 years, that it is time to move on. To Simon Munzo, I would like to give this quote from an anonymous author. Knowledge, it can be a stepping stone to success, but your experience is a path to wisdom. Our experience of an attempt at coexisting with La République du Cameroon has shown us that it is an unattainable objective. We Ambazonians are therefore determined to fight for that which we know is attainable, a free, independent, and sovereign Ambazonia, than to continue to dream for a just and equitable one with La République du Cameroon, which we know is unattainable. We Ambazonians, born and unborn, are therefore pledging our lives to make sure that this objective, which is grounded in truth and justice, is realized, God being our helper. Mike Rosie.
Hello, I'm Dr. Simon Munzo, Thank you for giving me a bit of your time. On the 11th of January 2024, I issued a tribute to one of our country's prominent personalities, the late Professor Joseph Owona, who passed away on the 6th of January. In the tribute, I mentioned the speech that I delivered at the opening of the Major National Dialogue in Yaoundé in 2019 that the late professor and I attended. Many people have since asked me for a copy of that speech. I do not have access to the official documents of the Major National Dialogue, whose proceedings have never been published by the government. I decided, therefore, to record my speech in English and French for the benefit of those who might wish to have it in audio format. Here is the English version. It will also be circulated in its written form in the two languages. The only thing that is missing here is the applause that repeatedly punctuated the delivery of this speech at the Major National Dialogue. Please listen, reflect, discuss, and share. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Honorable Prime Minister, Head of Government, I sincerely thank you for the honor of inviting me to deliver one of the keynote addresses at this first plenary session of the Major National Dialogue on the situation in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. It is well known by Cameroonians that since the early 1990s, from inside the ruling CPDM, where I was National Secretary for Economic and Social Affairs of the Central Committee, and as senior lecturer at the University of Yaoundé, hence a civil servant, I insistently drew the attention of our leaders and governing elite to the existence of an Anglophone problem that needed to be taken seriously and addressed. My party did not listen to me. That was a long time ago. In the light of the events of the past 3 years, I could justifiably say today to my former colleagues of the CPDM, Je vous avais dit. But I won't do that. I want us to look forward. Since the beginning of this crisis, I have relentlessly advocated the convening of a national dialogue on the situation, to be preceded by a preparatory meeting of the people of the southwest and northwest regions. I regret that this preparatory meeting did not take place, but I am delighted that a major national dialogue on the situation in the northwest and southwest regions is now taking place. I applaud the President of the Republic, Head of State, for convening the dialogue, and congratulate you, Honorable Prime Minister, Head of Government, for being designated by the Head of State to chair it. Honorable Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, my fellow Cameroonians, ladies and gentlemen. The subject of my address is the crisis in the southwest and northwest regions of Cameroon, lessons from our past and vision for our future. The crisis in the southwest and northwest regions of Cameroon, lessons from our past and vision for our future. Today is the 30th of September 2019. Tomorrow we will enter into the month of October. It will also be the beginning of the 4th year since the ongoing crisis in the northwest and southwest regions of our country started in October 2016. We meet here this week to trace the path for the return of peace to these two regions and the return to normalcy of the lives and livelihoods of their inhabitants. We do so in the full understanding that we cannot get peace if we do not provide justice. To attain this objective, we must be willing, as we sincerely and truthfully examine the situation, to draw the lessons from our past and define a vision for our future. In the final analysis, Who are we? We are the sons and daughters of a territory whose overall boundaries were set not by us or our ancestors, but by foreign powers in treaties to which we were not a party. A territory which was divided into two zones of unequal size, again under the terms of treaties between foreign powers to which we were not a party. A territory in which two foreign cultures were grafted, one in each of the two zones as delineated by foreigners, on hundreds of indigenous cultures prevailing within it, with each of the two foreign cultures being raised to national status within its zone. We are the sons and daughters of a territory whose two parts, as delineated by foreign powers, could have remained permanently separated if the people of one of them had not chosen on the 11th of February 1961 to forge a new nation together with the people of the other. In forging this new nation, we recognize that each of the two foreign cultures had left its imprint on our land and on our people, and that therefore, in the new nation, each should be given equal status and be allowed to flourish in its zone of influence, while we nurtured both as our common heritage. We are the sons and daughters of a territory in which, over time, we deviated from the underlying foundation of our new nation. We crafted and applied a system of governance in which, instead of giving full value and space to each of our two non-indigenous cultures and allowing them to mutually strengthen and enrich each other for the benefit of all the inhabitants of our nation, we allowed one to dominate the other. This national dialogue offers us the opportunity, during the discussions in plenary and committee sessions, to illustrate this phenomenon that lies at the root of the current crisis, so that there should be no doubt as to its reality and the pervasiveness of its effect. We are the sons and daughters of a nation in which the governing elite at national, regional, and local levels, and the people whom they govern, hardly dialogue with one another, thus failing to nurture a culture of mutual tolerance, of adherence to shared values, and of pursuit of the general interest among Cameroonians at home and in the diaspora. There has been a tendency to use the apparatus of the state to silence the voices of citizens and impinge on their civil liberties. Citizens, on their part, have tended more and more to defy state authority and to resort to the street as their preferred forum for expressing their grievances and making their voices heard. We are the sons and daughters of a nation in which we have ingrained in our psyche the perception that only the viewpoint of the governing elite should shape the policies of our country in all spheres, thus making it impossible for citizens who do not hold public office to inject their expertise constructively into the conduct of our governance and the formulation of policies and strategies in all spheres of our national endeavor. We are the sons and daughters of a nation in which we neglect the teaching of the history of our country and the promotion of knowledge about its key actors over the decades. By so doing, we create the conditions for the distortion and truncating of this same history by perverse forces, as has been so amply demonstrated in the course of the crisis that we now witness in the southwest and northwest regions of our country. Honorable Prime Minister, my fellow Cameroonians, ladies and gentlemen, At this national dialogue, which is purposely dedicated to examining the situation in the Northwest and Southwest regions, we are challenged with a gaze on our past to set the vision for our future. We face the challenge of acknowledging that the coming together of the former British Southern Cameroons and the former French Cameroon on the 1st of October 1961 to form the Federal Republic of Cameroon is the single event in the history of the composition of our great nation of which all Cameroonians ought to be proud the most. Because, unlike other developments in the constitution of our nation, this one was decided not by foreign powers, but by us Cameroonians. We face the challenge of remaining faithful to an initial intent to make of Cameroon a country of one nation and two systems, in which each of the two non-indigenous cultures is considered our common heritage, given equal value and status, and allowed to flourish in its territorial zone of influence, and to strengthen and enrich the other for the full benefit of every Cameroonian. If we persist in making one of these two dominate the other, we lose the benefits that come with promoting both. There can be no doubt that a bilingual, bicultural, and bijural Cameroon strengthens our place in the world and renders us more competitive on the international arena. By contrast, we are diminished as a nation when our two heritages are not treated equally and display a lack of respect for each other. We face the challenge of ensuring that in this united country, neither of the territories that make up the Union is allowed to dominate or assimilate the other, as this is bound to be met with strong resistance, such as we have witnessed in the past 3 years. For let it be said loud and clear, on the 11th of February 1961, in electing to join the Republic of Cameroon, the people of the British Southern Cameroons chose to achieve independence as envisaged by the plebiscite question that was put to them. They did not vote to deliver themselves into marginalization, domination, or assimilation over time by the Republic of Cameroon. We face the challenge of recognizing that in our nation, we do not have all the angels on one side and all the devils on the other. We need to create synergies between the governing elite and the ordinary citizens of all regions at national, regional, and local levels, to build a culture of permanent dialogue between the governing and the governed, and to instill in each Cameroonian at home and in the diaspora a passion for mutual tolerance, for adherence to shared values, and for the pursuit of the general interest in all national endeavors. We face the challenge of teaching the history of our country to its people and promoting public knowledge and awareness about its key actors through all the decades, thus creating the conditions for avoiding its distortion and truncation by perverse forces within and outside the country. Ladies and gentlemen, at this national dialogue, we should make a heroic start at meeting these challenges. Our efforts should be guided by two specific objectives. First, to restore to the territory and people of the Northwest and Southwest regions their full sense of identity in a Cameroon that is united in its diversity. And second, to respond positively to the aspiration of each region of Cameroon to a greater degree of autonomy that would ensure a better delivery of state services to its inhabitants. This entails making the necessary adjustments to the form and functioning of the state. Some would say that the two specific objectives that we seek are to be obtained through decentralization of the unitary state. Others would claim that they are best achieved through federation, and others still would assert that the form of the state best suited to their achievement is confederation. My personal preference, as is well known, is for a federation. However, our purpose at this major national dialogue is not to place a political science label on the Cameroonian nation. The path to achieving the two specific objectives that I have mentioned above lies not in the name by which the thing is called, but in the content that it is given. It is through the transfer of essential competencies in relevant domains and the allocation of adequate budget resources that we can enhance the effective protection of the identity and culture of the former British Southern Cameroons and effective autonomy for each of our 10 regions. We may not fully address the situation in the Northwest and Southwest regions during this week, but this major national dialogue marks the beginning of the process of doing so. We should envisage and recommend subsequent stages to be accomplished as well as modalities for their implementation. This should include overtures and engagement with those Cameroonians at home and in the diaspora who were invited to this national dialogue but have been unable for one reason or another to attend. Undoubtedly, addressing the situation in the Northwest and Southwest regions is primarily the responsibility of the Cameroonian state and people. However, this does not preclude the possibility, where necessary and appropriate, for Cameroonian actors to cooperate and collaborate with international actors to achieve positive results. We encourage you, Honorable Prime Minister, to pursue such international cooperation and collaboration in your quest for a lasting solution to the situation in the Southwest and Northwest regions. Your Excellency, the Prime Minister, distinguished participants, my fellow Cameroonians, ladies and gentlemen, it is clear to everyone that the moment has come for us to end the suffering of our people and to return normalcy to their lives and livelihoods. It is time for children to regain their right to education and be allowed to resume school. It is time for the tens of thousands of refugees in Nigeria and the hundreds of thousands of internally displaced persons to return to their homes in their towns and villages. It is time for the functioning of the economy to resume its normal course in the Northwest and Southwest regions. This week offers us the opportunity to work together to ensure justice and peace for the inhabitants of the Southwest and Northwest regions, and to confound skeptics and critics at home and abroad. Cameroon belongs to all of us. All of us belong to Cameroon. The duty to save our country in time of peril falls upon all of us. Therefore, from this rostrum, I call on every Cameroonian to join us on the journey to justice and peace that begins with this major national dialogue. Let's tone down the verbal violence and the hate speech. Enough blood has been spilled. Let's stop the killing. With the will to succeed in every one of us, all of us will succeed. With the will to succeed in every one of us, all of us will succeed. God bless the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. God bless Cameroon. I thank you.
I want to say, Mr. Munzo has failed. This was his speech in the Grand National Dialogue, okay? So his speech went so far as still calling his own people northwest and southwest of Cameroon. Then you want change when you are still putting your people in that situation where you are putting them off Cameroon. When you say off or in, it means that they belong in that country, right? Then you are still but you are the one talking that you want change of equal status. You want the root cause of the problem. Munzo today is regretting because the Grand National Dialogue was the main reason why the Swiss-led negotiations started. So whatever he's saying, whatever Munzo is saying today is just as a result of the failure of the Grand National Dialogue. And we told them that you cannot go and discuss among you people, CPDM party members, and you say that you want to resolve a crisis. It doesn't work that way. Okay, Munzo went with his party members and went and were discussing what they want, and at the end of the day, nothing happened. So we are just telling Munzo and his CPGM people, they fail in the Grand National Dialogue, they fail in the Swiss-led negotiation, they fail in the Canada process. What do they? And they believe that the military option is the best option for them. But you have seen, this is 7 to 8 years going. What is changed? Nothing has changed. The same La Republic military is going to kill the innocent civilian while the freedom fighters are defending their land. The ghost town is still being respected. The chaos of economic sabotage is still going on. So why can they not learn? The BR regime not learn from this? The international community is putting pressure. They should go to negotiation table. Okay, the Grand National Dialogue failed. So anything Munzo is saying or was saying back then, nothing has changed, right? And he is trying to tell them that he told them. But you are the one telling us that the Ambazonian course is not feasible. Now, why are you bringing this your old speech to come and teach us what that we don't know about La Republic? La Republic is the most dishonest government you can talk about. Very dishonest government. And they want to tell you that, oh, you can come and tell what Dr. Munzo failed. All those people who went to Grand National Dialogue failed. And instead of them putting force for La Republic to go to internationally led mediation process, like the one in Switzerland, that La Republic back out, and the one in Canada, that La Republic also back out, they are quiet now in Yaoundé. So Munzo is saying that he told them, Je t'avais dit. Je t'avais dit means what? Tell them what to do, because they don't know what to do. They have been stuck in a war. They are spending millions and millions of francs CFA in a useless war, and you want to tell them that je t'avais dit. You told them what? Je t'avais dit. Your people are still being killed, right? You told them two issues. One, you talk about a sense of identity, and other one, you talk about the response positively to better deliver the case. This is how many years since the Grand National Dialogue failed. Then the Swiss-led negotiation took over. Then the Canada process took over. All these three processes failed. It failed not because of lack of trust from the Amazonian side. We don't want to get into any deal because La Republic has fooled our parents in the past. That has taught us a lesson. To deal with La Republic, you need an international mediator. No one can go to Yaoundé and say you are going to discuss with the Pobia. No one. Because what happened to Seseko is the same thing we are talking about. Those leaders went to discuss something. They say they have a meeting with whoever, we don't know. Whereas La Republic was planning to arrest them. So we are just saying the failure of the Swiss-led negotiation, the failure of the Canada talk should ring a bell to them. Okay, the international community will never trust any discussion you have in Cameroon, never, because they told them that this crisis is not about an internal crisis. That is why the Switzerland government came in. That is why the Canada government came in. That is why America has given our people TPS, temporary protective status. That is why this crisis has dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. And it's a lesson for some of our people who don't understand what they are talking about. They have to understand that the crisis started, but they should understand why our people were so mad at the whole thing, because La Republic never took it seriously. Those people who were also there with them, they were supporting what they were doing there. Today they are regretting, right? There are Tangangis and all those people who will say, "Oh, there is no Anglophone crisis. There is no Anglophone crisis." Today they are believing that there's a crisis even, and they are even saying that they want to discuss. Okay, we told them this thing has long overdue. It needs to go and it needs to be discussed. If they fool them with their what they call how they call that thing, they fool them there and gave them special status. What has changed with the special status? Nothing. They still have the same issue. The war is still going on. Cameroon government is still spending money in the war. They're still in square one. Okay, so Muzo should help his CPGM people to come out from this crisis. Else, they want to blame. One, they will blame them there, and when they come to Ambazonian, will also blame them, because if you are not supporting your people, then you claim to support your people when they are under this duress. You go and support the oppressor instead to support your people. What does that tell you? So anybody in Yaoundé there supporting the regime, that's your problem. But we are for an independent Ambazonia, a recognized Ambazonia, and a restored Ambazonia. Anything that you people are trying to do in Yaoundé there, you are fooling yourself. You are wasting your own money. You are wasting resources. And the crisis is only dragging on every day, every year. This is the 8th year we are talking about. So that's a message to Dr. Munzo. So that next time when he want to look, he should bring all his speeches that he made in the Grand National Dialogue. It failed. So why are you even bringing up that old speech that it failed? And the failure of that Grand National Dialogue and the failure of the Swiss and other Canada only make you people look more corporate, okay, perpetrators of this crisis. Because After the Grand National Dialogue, you people never pressurize Cameroon. You never pressurize them to go to the. All what you know to say is that, oh, I am a federalist. You are a federalist, but you don't do anything to support your federalism. You are instead there condemning what the efforts of the restoration freedom fighters are doing. How do you help them, or how do you help La Republic? If you say La Republic, you are in the middle with your federation. That is a consequence of the hardliner of Cameroon government, and we are only there to watch them do what they want to do. They declared war. They declared everything. They occupied Ambazonia. So the Cameroon government has itself to blame. If the war continues, good and fine for them. If they think that they'll be spending that money and without any end in sight, good and fine. Okay, and it continues. We don't have any issue with that. If they think that they can continue with that, then that's their problem. All right, good and fine for them.
Yeah, well, good morning, Mr. Ome Akola Sepa Edwinga. I want to see sometime you be go rest or you be shidong. Now where you see say things that they cool down, you can begin raise your own dust. Say make people they dance. All this grammar where you blow them for year. You dey talk history for people the way they know the history and they don't work. You deny say make say you you talk say people think where they spoil we now because people they support their own side. You don't know say all this you talk to it is support now your own ideology for your own side. Who can man never believe for the Republic of Ambazonia? All we will believe for the Republic of Ambazonia. And they don't use all common sense. They talk say whether you believe for weti all it be say we want a free nation. Say make we come together. Now how many platforms that the way the IG it don't make them say make they come for see how we collaborate. You know come. You day now you the only one for criticize and then one bring something where you think say a new thing. You know say all this your grammar where you blow them so now just like blowing dust for begin dirty the air, the atmosphere. Because we never get nothing, no day where man fit gain am for this your message where you blow am. Nothing, no day new. I say nothing, no day new. And all strategy them now only say make we win Ambazonia. You the one and now say make every man come down so for your own canopy now before you would go begin talk say final. No, but they don't talk say make up even in our different groups. No, we come together suggest. Time where comrade in arms he talks say he say if he leave his position, provided we come together, we make a policy where you in your own group when we discuss them, it be say you will take your turn. They give you even 6 months. You do what way if you do them. When the 6 months pass, they take another person, he do his own 6 months, he pass. So that make with the exchange, now the collaboration, that way they call them. You become, nobody you go hide. Eh? All this thing where you think say na knowledge, you think say na knowledge will come off outside. You dey talk like now only today you come for this revolution. Or if it don't take you that long since 2017 carry today, now you think say if you can begin blow this kind of grammar way, they don't dance on top all this singing. I think say honorable the son, if you don't try to educate you for this your audio way you bring them for years so. You dey talk all court cases, then people then they way they know they respect any law and international community there for their back because they don't take our resources, sell them for them. Very cheap. International community hang for their back because they win for them. Then you once a make before we hand they begin waka cry. Okay, waka cry no go for outside where you go if that international committee will hear you. We don't talk say na power, firepower, na you go drive the people them. Pa Adrian Gang, you say you know this is the firepower they put on so now you don't make la republic, you know say yes, he be the face now a people. We define now like a witty. You think the Secretary Chris define like man for Libya them? Or others they define like they fight for their own country. Which all this knowledge, you know say you before she know with that group of leaders, and then you bring this knowledge sometime for work. You go shit on you for your own sacred place, and then you gather all things the way they don't walk them on top. You come again, begin talking a new story. I say, pa, why would I want waste people their time so? They don't talk the conclusion la Republic no only firepower. You hear no? If you never get that kind of language, go meet up la Republic. They decry now because they know say Ambazonian, they don't show them say, yes, the people put fire. We be start now, we stick them with the rubber gun them and matches it. Now we don't enter for inside gun and the year fire for we hand. You hear? And I think the thing where you for talk where some people for carry sense they it be not the one for criticize all the people the way instead for fight for help Ambazonia they fight the help na la Republic like ADF way the whole flag and the fight the sing anthem and the fight now we own people them. We think say Mr. Adwin Gang or Pa Adwin Gang, I don't know which one I will address you, but you make me now confused. Because I don't know whether you be small picking or you be big man. Instead for address this issue the way people they hold our flag, they sing our anthem. But when they go for war, they kill their own people. You know they talk that one. You know they talk the one way it really prove clearly say ADF they fight now with La Republic against Ambazonia, as well they give a state barrier for supreme commander, where they don't take and put them for roundabout he rotten day before they take and go bury them for sorry hat. Pa Adin Gang, I don't know what's that way you come here on the upper. No begin worry people with this grammar where you broke them. You don't go for United Nations, you don't go for archives, they move all these things. They work out and go show them for what's that way go show them where firepower. No, they see whether they go leave you, make you go no pa. You don't know saying that they think that way they talk say when you blow the grammar, but when you don't get common sense, all your grammar go fall for inside water. You talk say people they dig ground water they come out, they drown them. You say you they drown for inside the same water. You know say since time where we don't take same way we go with a government. Now we don't put this thing for some place. Because no now you know no now you there before now you where you criticize and you stand and look them, and then when you go rest you see say people don't begin focus or do something, you come now you start again begin disturb people them. Pa now what did they worry we know now that grandmaster you wish don't come make them say make we begin make so because when you blow the grammar for your mouth and when you move the thing the way you move and then they look say you be person where you dig history and you know what the way they. But now for use the common sense for educate others, you do go shit on you for back. Now which year now you do bring all this thing now? Make I tell you say you never talk no nothing. Secretary Christos say make Ambazonian they bring even 1,000. 1,000 make we see firepower. See whether La Republic no go. La Republic get this thing. They arrange for for change power for Pobia with jam for you picking. La Republic they boil that now. When a time where we for prepare we own money now, make firepower. Time where they start their this thing, we start and chase other people. They made them go. We take with country. You do wait now. You still look on international community. And here, except you still mention Nigeria. You tell Nigeria and a person where you can't help we. May I tell you, Nigeria is the pain at their debt. Okay. If to say you been a small picking past me, may I tell you say Nigeria the paying their own debt. Time where Nigeria, Biafra war be day. Cameroon be help Nigeria. So that make Biafra they not send their ammunition through we. So now we Southern Cameroon to the one come up for that fake union where we make and so Nigeria to the one pay. You want pay them, okay? If you never know, now for the, here where I could not say you be small picking in that kind of history, you don't know. You talk say Nigeria the way waiting. Nigeria the way waiting. Master na firepower. So for that noise where you don't make complaints, so instead say make you bring now 1,000, you will bring now like 5,000. Give them for that club for 1,000. Then we will begin listen for you. You understand? If she don't talk, say me they come for whether Ambazonian wait, because they are own group. We all we define now for go for Ambazonian. Come together, bring money, we will put firepower because La Republic know na only firepower. You dey hear no? If your eye never open for no say La Republic is known na firepower. They cry for we hands. Go shit on your own. You know if you even put $1 for down, you did they begin make noise. Okay, that your own group where you support and where you talk to me, they follow na so it get how many army them for ground? It the control, it the fight for who side? Now your own fight only for make and with mouth like this, no? I beg, I don't tell you, your own na 5,000. Can't get for that group where Secretary Chris talks to me, they can't give money, we will put firepower for wait when La Republic. A one boy inside, the one start his own internal war. We drive all that black legs and that La Republic slave the way they did for we place enemy them. You hear no? Now the tactics that way they. If it's there on you zoom inside air, we do already on the ground with the calculate. Can't help we don't we will calculate. Yeah, can't help we make we do the work. Bring your own small 5,000 now. Because you don't make noise over, you will pay now 5,000. You know if you pay 1,000 again. What are they talk there where they be the talk so you be there your own for outside. Say now firepower. You know if you blame people like Sako where Sako he talks say he could be a president till boya. Eh? You know if you blame them. You know if you blame people like Marianta where they don't broke the government. I say, Mr. Edwin you the rate talk so you come on your own for side. Now for which side where they sing all song where they don't sing them. Eh? Then where they be the green say make they come on for Skakuf, go for governing council, which side you be there? If you be denied, you maintain your place, but majority of Ambazonia they take the government. Say they will come up for Nigeria with the government and then they will fight like people with the government. You get for join them, okay? That's so democracy day. Nobody say you will stand your own for backside. Begin work, they drag people their food with all your ideology way. You know the kind saying. You know, say the ideology, when you keep your ideology, you must know what way your enemy the bring out like tactic, and then you see how you feel face it. La Republic in no na firepower. You hear? If you be small picking na yeah, they tell you so. So I beg you now. I know we talk like somebody will no get hard. I want beg you say me you come for reasoning. The collaboration now I say we put money because you be talk say you collaborate with person where you only get one goal. Yes, the goal now for take we country and for take we country. La Republic and international community they didn't know that's so firepower. You know you hear, eh? Israelites and therefore they want to take Gaza now firepower, eh? They know the bake. Israelites they go fight Palestinians so you teach them for waiting. They beg them. Palestinians them too they talk say no. As we will come firepower we will bring firepower. Okay. And then Ukraine and Russia now wait firepower. The whole world na a satanic world they need na power. You understand? So, but make I tell you one thing where there for all the wars them. Any person where he stand on the evil side, he will so can lose. You understand? Make I tell you if you don't know. Ukraine, it did so, it did with America, the Western world. They be NATO. They be one for they for inside Ukraine so that they go know how they will target their enemy when na Russia. So the NATO they be start the war, okay? If you don't know, they start them through politics for make Ukraine it there for their side. But where Ukraine it before they get the independent, when they fool that president, the president he want to rely on NATO. Now you wait that war come if you don't know so, and then we will go for Middle East Day for between Palestinian and Israelite. Now we start war. If they ask you now how will they blow this grammar so you will talk saying that Palestinian and they start war. No, the war we don't be. Say they be dominated just like La Republic is dominated we so. So Hamas too, it did they prepare, and then it talks say no, it go back him. And then he send them missile them, they go kill. Now you where the war wake up. And I wouldn't there for back for Palestinian for Israelites. Now would they for their back. Now see the NATO. You don't understand, no? And you would see how NATO go lost the war. NATO don't lost war for the Israelite they go lost the war. But now you where America, Britain, and France they support them. Just like Ukraine, they support Ukraine. America, Britain, and France. That that people the way they fool people for all over the world, even inside Africa now, as they be the chop for Africa, they go lost. You hear, Mr. Gang. That the politics that the geopolitics that where you know the read them so na firepower with the talk, bo. Na firepower be the talk. Come bring your own money, make go dey ready. La Republic it will get internal war. Whether you like them or you know like them, it will get them. Begin watch out. When you go reach that time when they fight, now you will drive all that slaves and where they did for a place, then we lock we gate. If you don't understand, a ring for your head, can't join we. We will fight forget that Ambazonian. You like you call and say Ambazonian, you like you call and say Southern Cameroon, now still one and the same thing. Make we leave that with differences, make we join with hand, we fight the war. When the war don't finish now, we go for the place now, we begin see which name we will use them. I beg, yeah, I know sir, he just reply now for here way. Edwin Gang they for which side way they don't forward the message for here. I beg say me gonna take this message, we gonna forward them to for Edwin Gang. Because may you not come for here, begin make noise, things say they educate some people there. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, short live the struggle.
Yeah, 21 gun salutes for house. Yeah, for my brother way, you don't send audio for house. I respect you, and I fear God. I will tell you one thing. For people where they day like me, I know who be ADF. I know who be Ayabacho. Yes. If they talk say Judah, then how? Now the same people than that. But nevertheless, wait till I want to tell you now. Say wait here. Soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain. But some situation the way you get for protect, you find possibility for prevent, mean no soldier no go. So brother, protect your safety. No matter how you be very angry, no matter how you see how they talk for the forum, so no matter how you see situation the people then there for ground zero, people then there for ground one, the one they did for La Republique. And by the grace of God, where you see some of those people that live to see this today. Like I send this information for house, now because of say for your life for talk, they are I want to see me protect your safety. No matter how we want to talk, don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. I fear God, but I'll tell you, say not trust even me as he concern this very struggle. Because you see the Lucifers them, the Satan them, now the same people the way they go talk fine with you, they go call you for back. They say they so petit frère, they go ginger you, they'll tell you say they so general. They'll call you all kind of name, but now they go stop you, now they go send you me to kill you. Your audio make a lot of sense. You don't talk your mind. But not play with your security. Not trust anybody for your security. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. God get hand for this struggle. Now the reason that way they disgrace the so-called leaders them, the so-called people there, they teach us on time, they define all way for teach us on time, they go grab, they go snatch that useless way they call and say power. The way within their own territorial boundary for their room, they not even fit for manage their household. Embezzlement, backstabbing, backbiting, everything. The one can come on manage country. The small group, the way they run Bibil and like small jangy house, they know if you forget accountability for the same housing. So brother, not play when it comes to your safety. Yeah, and the reason now I come out talk so. Why here talk this so you go ground zero, you come ground one, you play with your life. Not do and so, not do and so. Not do and so. Not do and so. Be very, very important for say so everybody they are alive. But for the monsters them, they are recommended they come. They are recommended they come. So safeguard your safety. Don't trust anybody. One for ground zero, one for ground one. Diaspora anywhere. Safeguard your safety. Not trust anybody. Now just the information that was sending me again for you. Kudos. Remain strong. And God where he ordained this struggle, where he see the heart for the people, the way they pray, they see and say, so me this struggle, it go to the logical end. They will stand strong. And they will continue for pray, for protect people that let una so, we una dey for down, for protect everybody. Because this struggle is still get a long time. It get a long way to go. This struggle now a mystery. Now a mystery for we for see all the diabolic people the world who they surround with them. Now the reason that I thought this so even when you talk for HCSO, no say some of the demons then they inside the house. No say some of the demons they listening for me and you. So be very careful, my brother. Know how we put your words them. When you talk in a platform where you know say this so some of them they resemble the devil who they fight for La République du Cameroon. Time kuna plenty.
My one question for Edwin Gang, I hope that the inspector na they very you because I don't like I don't like I don't like things like this. I don't like what I don't know what better word to put. Something where they like now rambling. My question for you now say, what is top Rua where you belong to from pursuing that project? If you had the power to get the world implement the court rulings where you talk, what prevented you? The word where they call and say Ambazonian government, it come talk say no, you don't have a right to pursue that. Many other revolutions had factions, and yet they achieved their independence. So the fact that Ambazonian get interim government, it get Rua, and not stop Rua for pursue that. If Rua pursue, even the SNC, when they achieved a ruling in Banjul, they were still another faction of SNC that went there to withdraw the case, right? So I not see what way stop Rua. Before this thing come out for 2017, your father Gojin Dinka or our father Gojin Dinka, we don't start this thing since 1992, right? Yes, 1982, not even 92, 1984. Since 1984, and I even start this process. And it is quoted at the same logic way to quote them. So what become of that logic 19 this thing? So what if you get a case in the ICG or to wherever it is? Has anybody gone there to counsel the case? These questions are something that you must answer. What stops you from pursuing that? If other people are pursuing war after they have seen that all those things are not going to work, what stops you from pursuing that alongside with the war? Can you not use that to cause the people to come in and say, hey, these people have a right in this? Is it not even the time? Does the war not give you a stronger bargaining power for those think the way you talk? For those say, hey, these people are right. Why are you killing them? What is stop you from pursuing that? Because I heard people who are just noise makers. You are making the noise and not taking people anywhere. You know, and not taking people, or you come out and explain to Ambazonian that while you are fighting, this is the level which we are. Follow us. Because Ambazonians are just looking for leadership. They are looking for who to direct, to guide. They are looking for somebody. But when you guys come out only to blame and castigate people who have been waiting for you guys for long, Gojika and Rua did not start in 2017. They were there long. We have been waiting for you guys to take us to where it did not happen. And that's why people who were impatient decided to come out. And when they come out, the Republic started killing them. They had to defend themselves. So what is your problem, your issue? Have they stopped you from pursuing what you're pursuing? You don't recognize them as leaders. So and you are the leader. You have appointed a prime minister and you have a president. You have formed a government before. So you are talking as if a government is something that is just coming, as if Gojidika did not have a government before. You had government. You haven't had a prime minister recently. So what you are pursuing, why not show us results of what you have been pursuing so that we can abandon this way and follow you? Instead of all these things that you are talking about, the law of territoriality. The law of territoriality, when a country is under occupation, does the law of territoriality apply? Automatic? No. Who will listen to you about that law of territoriality? Who is to reinforce that law of territoriality? Who? The issue is for us to get people to enforce that law of territoriality that you are talking about. Have you proven to the international community that you were a sovereign country that is under occupation and successfully make your case accepted? They would have come in to support you like they did to support Kuwait. But if you don't have that kind of support, what do you want us to do? Has somebody come and counsel some country or went to confuse any country which you succeeded in accident on the joy? If your country is under occupation, it's for you to fight to liberate it. Along the fighting, if the people want to, that fighting does not cancel the law of territoriality. After all, you are fighting because of that law of territoriality that has not been respected. That's what it is. If Russia come and invade America now, America will not stop fighting. Russia has invaded Ukraine. It is because of the law of territoriality that Ukrainians are fighting back. And so fighting back La Republic does not cancel the law of territoriality that you are talking about. And that's why I call all these things that you guys are talking all over as rambling. Not because they are not facts, but because they are ramblings. They don't make no sense. Yeah, to me, they don't make no sense because fighting back at La Republic who declared war and is killing our people does not mean we disregard the law of territoriality. It is because of we think that we are a country that need to defend itself and defend its borders that we are fighting. So some of you are even talking contrary to your own to the laws that you are quoting. If you did not fight, then you are still part of La Republic, still fighting La Republic to recognize you or to give you what they don't have to give you. Yes. La Republic don't have a right to give you your sovereignty. Your sovereignty does not lie in their hands. If you say they succeeded, then you have to declare that you are now independent. If they succeeded, then you have to declare your own sovereignty and defend it. And if you declare it, you need to defend it. So when you are talking about law of sovereignty and you declare you are a sovereign country, then you have to defend that sovereign country from invasion. So I don't know what you are talking about. So come on more and explain to Ambazonians what they are doing wrong by what is, some people come and say, anti-sovereignty laws. You have even I just even appreciate you for coming even far to say all this things so that people can talk to you about. I don't see when something don't pass, when fight don't pass, man, you will wake up to say nah this, nah this. Hmm? Well, they just find a way to cover your excuses for not achieving anything, for not showing Ambazonians what you have achieved ever since you started this law or the law or that. You are quoting laws. If you are quoting laws, if I can't take your thing, you go to court law, law who can't take the thing, give you, or you got to find a way to take the thing from me by force. Even the Bible says the kingdom of God suffered violence, and only the violent will take it by force. I never see some country where they don't invade them, then they come give them for you, okay, we take your country after they have invaded it. No, it's always taken by force. But if you think that the law of sovereignty will give us Ambazonia, forget it. Then I don't think I will be part of that, because you guys have been quoting all these things quarter since 1984, that La Republic declared his own sovereignty. At that time, you would have been able to mobilize Ambazonians to stand up and take their country back, since the Republic has succeeded. But you did not do that because you are afraid of war. You say, war, you are quoting law, quoting law. You quote the laws, and the laws went nowhere. You even gain court judgments. Who is enforcing those court judgments now? Who will enforce the court judgment? How is that those court judgments be enforced? How? You want to tell the world, tell me which country you guys have succeeded in canvassing to even support your support your what are those laws that you are talking about. Which even Nigeria, which passed the Abuja court judgment, does not enforce that, has no will to enforce that, right? So what have you done? Have you succeeded in getting the Nigerian government to enforce the law of the court judgment that it passed? Will the UN implement the ICG law ruling that says every country should withdraw to its territory? Instead, they are drawing a line that is being called the boundary of Cameroon and Nigeria, and you guys have not come out to seize the ICG of such activities. So these are the things that some of you talk as if people are not aware of all Abuja court case, Bamenda court case, the ICG court case, the ruling. Do you think people are dumb? We are not aware of all those things. The Banju court ruling, are we not aware? We are aware. Are we not aware that we are an independent country? Are we not aware that the Republic succeeded? We are aware. But what do we do? Those of you who were championing it before, what did you do? So what should we do now? So just allow us pursue what we are pursuing. So continue to pursue what you are pursuing. Whatever brings us to Boya, everybody will take. That's all. And I don't see how any of the two has counseled another. Your law of territoriality has not counseled the fact that we have to stand up and defend that territory, right? And the fact that we are defending that territory does not cancel the fact that the law of territorialism exists. It does not at all. It does not impede anybody from stepping in and implementing that law. So, to me, I call all these things that you guys keep talking about as rambling, because you have not shown Ambazonians any way forward. As what you are quoting, you just quote things that even a child Ambazonian revolution knows. You are quoting things that people already know, but they have pursued it and get tired of pursuing something that is unproductive. And then in the midst of that, La Republic invades the country and is killing people, burning villages, and the children pick guns and say, no, we can't let you, you don't have the monopoly of violence, we can't let you do this. And you guys come to be talking nonsense like that, as if some people abroad declared, some people of the interim government declared the war. You talk, and it can even make me look like Edwin Gang, whom I thought that was at the origin of this thing, is not even following the war. which I know you very well, and from for a long time, I know that you have been following. You are from the beginning. You know the genesis of everything, even before 2016. But when you say like that, as if you didn't know how things started in Dadi, how things started in La Republic, started burning places. At the time when these children did not even shoot anybody, they did not even have guns. Oh, you mean that the law of territorialism says that Ambazonian should never have come up in 2019 to in September 22 to March, or on October 1st to celebrate their Independence Day? Is that what you mean? Or you mean to say the lawyers should not have come out to say, no, stop taking us for fools? I don't know what you mean. Because that's the same protest that Goji Dika protested and got locked, right? So, hey, come out and tell us more, brother. But you just, when you talk, you just make yourself a fool, because this is not an insult to you. You just make yourself a fool because you are quoting what Ambazonians know. Some of them can even quote those things even better than you, right? You talk like the author of those laws, those things, but there are people who know who know about it better, right? So I don't know what you are talking about. Professor Yang is a professor in law. He knows those things. He has been fighting this thing with you guys ever since. And he knows all these things that you are talking about. And they have pursued their own governments during that time, pursue court judgments, pursue United Nations, pursue international this, international that. It gave no way. If there was a way, he would have been able to advise as being part of that government and say, hey, guys, let's wait and see. This one is about to mature. You went to the International Court of Justice. What have they said since then? When did you go and what have they said? And at what level is your case now? And what has stopped the case? Has fighting caused the people to say, no, we annul this case? No, it has not. Well, I come in peace. I just have questions to ask, so you can come and clear people. Don't come insulting, because I have not insulted you.
Yes, Ambazonian people, now good morning. We don't wake up today again for some kind of breaking news. I want for talk say shame to ADF, EGOC, Ayabacho, Ashu Kingsley. Shame to all the ADF members. They don't have courage to go and bury their supreme commander Ifang. They employ him to get steal money, kill people, get money and send to them abroad, and now his corpse almost got rotten. I should say they got rotten at the junction where he was laid down there by La Republic. Shame, shame. I want to say shame and shame. I think if the ADF have the conscience, they should not even make words again. They are useless, a useless blood-sucking group led by Ayabacho. This is a lesson for all those who are supporting the ADF. This is really a breaking news to shame ADF and the ECOC, beginning from Ayabacho to the last single individual who is supporting that blood-sucking group, La Republique agents. I know some Ambazonian will still say here that, why do you think ADF was fighting for Ambazonia, for La Republique, and La Republique has killed theirs? I think it has already been said. That was karma. That was karma, and karma will continue. Anyone who goes against this God ordained revolution, you yourself will commit suicide. Let me tell you all. Michael Nam, go and bury. You could not go and bury your supreme commander, Michael Nam. When I send this message to Michael Nam that I should not hear his dirty voice again on social media. He didn't have the courage to go and bury the Supreme Commander or to advise Ayabache that they should do everything to bury the Supreme Commander. This is a shame. Shame to Amber's new line. These are people who are supporting the ADF. Shame. This is a big lesson to all the restoration forces. Anyone who stands against this God ordained revolution will have karma sooner than later. Yes. Let this message go all over Ambazonians. This is God's ordained revolution. Anyone who does not know or who doesn't want to accept, you accept when you are nearest to your grave. Wow. Wow. ADF, shame. Ayabache, shame. Michael Nam, shame. This should be a very big lesson to Sako Ekome and the Con group, the Bitcoin group. Yes, this should be a lesson to Marianta and the irrelevant activists, the Nancho, the Clovis Nzale, the Akaba, and Prince of the Demon, who call himself Prince of Victoria. This is a big shame. This is a lesson for all of you. You love the revolution because you were pursuing money. You follow Marianta. What has Marianta given you? I am asking a question. Why are you all silent? Yes, you said the revolution was in the hands of the youth. You took the revolution and ran away with Marianta and said you people were youth. Free us. Free the youth. Is the Fang not one of the youth? Have you buried the Fang? Marianta and the cabals. I know some demons will come here to tell me stop calling names. That's your problem. That's your problem. That will be only your problem. We are fighting a war and people are bereaved. Any person who said they should not call names, you better tell everyone not to make any nonsense because his or her name will be called. Even myself included. Call my name if you see me fighting against Ambazonian. Rubbish. All those irrelevant activists, all the con groups, it's time for you to repent. Come, let's come together and fight the revolution. We have one enemy, and that enemy is well known. If we're given a chance to lead, and you could not render a result, and you were pushed out by the population of Ambazonia, there was no need for you creating your own group. All those new groups that were created just because they asked them to give accountability and they did not. Shame on you. It is time. We all would die or we free Ambazonia. So I am calling on every Ambazonia who has a clear conscience that let's unite and liberate Ambazonia. We all have witnessed the silence that is going on now in the ranks and files of La Republique. They are now fighting within themselves. The karma is working within the La Republique too, because they were the ones who seceded and they took their guns and thought that with their guns they were going to dominate us to be their slaves forever. And then we said, no, enough is enough. We better all die or live free. Please send this message to all Ambazonians and even the La Republicans. They made a mistake. Munzo, I will not call him doctor because Doctor without common sense is no doctor. All the doctors have caused havoc in this revolution. He's becoming a cricket, or should I say, a laughing stock by making sending out audios. The question has been asked if he is coming to repeat and still standing for one Cameroon. What makes him think that La Republique will change? Because there's no way La Republique has shown that they would change. La Republique said nothing than that Ambazonians will remain slaves. And Ambazonians have said nothing, or we die we all. That is why they are also feeling the pinch of the war. They declared war and thought that we were romancing in a park. Now, war is war. They have suffered casualties and they will continue to suffer. Karma will take place. And ever since I have been a religious person, getting into the Bible, we know that Satan, who is always the person who starts the fight, always lose the fight. The First and Second World Wars are the examples. Don't tell me to teach you history, but go in the history. And the Bible is up to everyone. Go inside. Those who start war always lose the war. La Republique is a loser and they will remain losers. Because we Ambazonians, we did everything that we could stay like brothers and sisters. But they said no, we were only good to be their slaves. The blood that they have spilled in Ambazonian land, those souls that have gone beyond the world are crying and they will haunt all La Republic and their agents. That is why this is the time of judgment. Karma is at work. Ifang should be a clear example. You will say La Republic killed Ifang. No. It was the ghost of Ivomba, the ghost of the Ayeke, the ghost of Field Marshal the king that haunted and haunted Ifan. Yes, La Republique would not kill their own. Look at the treatment they have given to Ifan. If they had the powers of Jesus, they would have resurrected Ifan. No one should deceive you that La Republique killed Ifan by error. No, La Republique is regretting because now they've lost the war in the northern zone. Ifang and the ADF were controlling the northern zone, and now Ifang is no more. The ghosts have arrested Ifang, but to me, Ifang has not died. He would die 100 times, and that would not be enough. Him alone dying compared to the many that he has killed is nothing for me. Ifang should ask, Ifang will come and fight his enemies. And who are his enemies? His enemies are La Republique. His enemies are his fellow brothers and sisters of the ADF, ECOC, and the capital enemy is Ayabache. Yes, Ayabache, who call himself doctor without common sense, doctor of bloodsuckers. Yes, call me out. I will say it unapologetically. There are some other demons, living souls, who are still behind the asylum now. Where is Kiki? Where is Kiki? La Republique will hunt, La Republique will hunt you all too, wherever you are. Or if not La Republique, the ghost will hunt you wherever you are. You are going to fall into accidents, or you sleep on your bed and die because you are nothing but evil. Ambazonians, please help me to share this audio message to reach Ayaba, to reach the ADF, and also the other partners, the Sako Ikome and Kon group of Bitcoin, not forgetting the Mami Wata, Marianta, with all her boyfriends, the irrelevant activists who are silent now. Please do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'm calling on all genuine Ambazonians to come. Ambazonians are very good people. We can forgive if only you repent. If you don't repent, even God Himself doesn't forgive
Thank
any
you,
person
thank
who
you,
does not
thank you,
repent.
thank you for listening.
Ambazonians are not fools.
Thank you for listening. That was our activists there trying to express their opinion. You heard their various opinion, and we wish it has gone through like a message to everybody. And we understand everybody has their opinion, and a lot of people can say what they want, but everybody's opinion counts, in the Amazonian struggle. So we're trying to give the benefit of the doubt for everybody so that everybody can express themselves and say what they want. And we pray God the struggle continues in the right direction so that the messages will be going to everybody so that everybody can understand and take their message very seriously. Okay, that is the goal of this program, to give all the activists the opportunity to speak. And God bless you. Thank you for watching and listening.